Business, Tim, if you would.
Hey, Mayor,
Sir,
prior to that, can I speak on one thing? I'm not sure that I'd have to put, if I need to put this on the agenda for Tuesday.
your call.
Okay, real quick, a few months ago, several residents contacted me in regards to the park program, Leader Park Program at Bellwood and Pioneer Parks. And they asked if we were going to continue that as we have in the past. And I told them that I'd speak to the manager on that subject and get back to him. Well, last month at the council meeting, the manager said that the monies were there and that the program would continue. So I notified, and there was no objection from council, or no questions or objection from council. So I notified the residents that it would continue. Last week, Mr. Little called me and informed me that the majority of council contacted him that they only want to permit one park, so pick one, Bellwood or Pioneer, which I don't understand, but that is their pleasure, I guess. And some of the reasoning was that the numbers don't add up. And I just want for the public to know on the numbers real quick. This was two program leaders that we've done for years at Pioneer and Bellwood. It's 5-hour day that they work from 9:30 to 2:30, 25-hour week. They make $8 per hour, and it's an 8-week program. So the total for the leader is $1,600 for the eight-week program, which I think for the bang for your buck, that's not too bad. Now, when they say the numbers didn't add up, on average, I don't know what numbers would add up. On average, Pioneer Park had 10 kids per day. That's a 5-hour day. And Bellwood had 15 kids per day. So if this council could tell me what a good number would be, 18, 20, I don't know. But long story short, the total for the two programs was, $3,200, $3,200 for 8 weeks that keep our kids occupied in those two parks. And again, this was the residents that came to me and asked me, and we've done this for years. So I don't know, do I need to put that on the agenda for a vote? It's my understanding that a council member went and called around to other council members and got the majority to say, tell Duncan just one. And for $1,600. We have a
Steve,
$32 million budget.
Steve, you can put it on for a second. Am I not correct that we get it on the agenda for?
Well, if the money's in the budget, it's just a matter of whether or not.
Oh, yeah, as far as putting it on the agenda, just tell me, and unless other council members have an objection, this is a non-voting meeting, and unless other council members have an objection why it shouldn't be on the agenda, I'll put it on the agenda and council can vote on it.
Okay, that's fine.
Democracy in action.
Well, again, we have a $32 million budget, and, this is $1,600, and it's for our kids. I don't know if this was against trying to get at me, but it doesn't affect me. It affects the kids in my ward and the residents.
I have a question, Mayor, though. How do you guarantee X amount of children participating in that program? I don't think there's a way. The kids either show up or they don't show up.
Yeah, you don't guarantee it. There was an average. We were asked for an average.
Right.
There could be 30 kids a day.
Right.
But
It could be 3 kids, but you still need supervision.
The average, as I explained, were 10 and 15 per day. That's a 5-hour day. It's not an 8-hour or 10-hour day. It's a 5-hour day, so 2 kids an hour at the minimum.
Fair statement, it'll be on the agenda.
Okay,
Any
very
other
good.
comments on that?
If that's what needs to be.
I haven't.
I'm just asking for any other comments.
The motion, I'm sitting here thinking of how the motion should read. The motion should read, either you want a park leader at all, or you want one park leader either at Pioneer or Bellwood. So
When you say all, it was approved for Bellwood and Pioneer.
correct, we do have, the money is there, there's no doubt about
He
that.
means both, Steve.
I don't know what the
The motion should state for both, or just one,
both.
or none.
Is there one there
Whatever
now?
council,
Is there a park leader there now? Currently employed?
No, I don't
believe the
there is one
program
down there. No,
started
it
yet.
didn't
Paul
start
would
yet.
know that.
I think when school totally gets out with the school
wouldn't.
probably is out, but.
yeah, school's just out.
Okay.
So,
Well, how do you just
It's not advertised,
have
right?
one park available, not the second park available? They're miles
Well-
apart.
well, okay, I don't want to drag the subject out, but
I'll couch the motion in a fashion, it's either going to be one or two, and I'll put something on the
Very
agenda
good.
that
Thank you.
council can vote on. Because council has the background information I gave them as far as the attendance down there for the last, I think it's 3 years, and also the
But I think there may have been a misunderstanding on the amount,
amount
Where-
of kids or money.
the money. I mean, it's $1,600 per leader,
Okay.
where I heard figures of 7,000 or 5,000.
Well, it was in that line item that has $10,000 in that line item.
Okay, maybe that's where
Where
the
those, and
misunderstanding
there's other,
I don't know.
I mean, there's other items in that line item because it's under salaries and wages for that section of the budget. And there was a $10,000 figure in there. So that maybe could be the, I mean, in my conversations with council, it wasn't so much the money, which money is always an issue, it was more of the attendance.
Okay, you give me a number what the attendance should be. I mean,
No,
if
I
it's
mean-
10 per day, is that too little? Okay.
It'd be one, and if council wants to.
But I've never received a
That's-
phone
that's up
call
to
or
council.
anybody question me on it. You know, all of a sudden, you called me and told me that this council, the majority of this council wants one, rather than the two that was agreed on at last month's meeting. That's all I have.
All right, I'll put a motion on the agenda.
Okay. Any other business, any other comments, council? Okay, Tim.